On brief. News, not opinions. Keir Starmer is replacing the principal private secretary in his Downing Street office, marking yet another shake-up at the top of his team. Nin Pandit, who has run the Prime Minister's office for just 10 months, will be moved into a new role overseeing policy delivery at Number 10. She is the third senior staff member Starmer has appointed and subsequently moved on in less than a year, following the departures of Chief of Staff Sue Gray in October and Director of Communications Matthew Doyle in March. It's understood that Starmer had grown concerned about Ms. Pandit's effectiveness, although Number 10 insists he retains confidence in her. It is unclear whether she will continue to oversee the broader Downing Street policy operation, with government sources noting that at least 3 other officials consider themselves Starmer's head of policy, creating confusion inside the civil service. Commenting on the changes, Conservative leader Kemi Badenoch said, "Keir Starmer keeps sacking advisers, losing ministers, and briefing against his own team in the papers. Another reset won't hide the truth. He has no plan, no direction, and needs his red folder to remind him what he stands for." The Principal Private Secretary PPS is one of the most powerful roles in Whitehall, often a stepping stone to leading major government departments or the civil service itself. The PPS acts as the Prime Minister's gatekeeper, controlling access, shaping their diary, managing information flow, and often being the last person in the room for major decisions. They sit alongside the Chief of Staff just outside the Prime Minister's office. Some in Whitehall had expressed concern that Ms. Pandit's background in health policy left her without the breadth of experience needed to handle the demands of the PPS role. One source noted, "You need to be able to go toe-to-toe with permanent secretaries and cabinet ministers, and sometimes bang heads together." Before her tenure as PPS under Starmer, Ms. Pandit ran the Number 10 policy unit during Rishi Sunak's premiership, and previously served as Chief of Staff to the Chief Executive of NHS England. The move comes amid wider turbulence in the Labour government, with Starmer facing mounting pressure after a series of parliamentary rebellions over the summer. Many expect a reshuffle of junior ministers to follow, as the Prime Minister continues to attempt to assert control over a team frequently criticised for inexperience and instability. With 3 senior departures in less than a year, and questions over the effectiveness of the Downing Street policy operation, critics argue Starmer's office is struggling to maintain cohesion at a critical time for his government. Thanks for listening. Is Starmer losing control of his government, or are these just normal staff changes? Share your thoughts on the state of Labour's leadership.